In this video, we're going over our favorite core exercises for hockey players. Whether at home or at the gym, these exercises are essential to building a strong core that translates to better performance on the ice. Hey guys, welcome back to Relentless Hockey. My name's Kyle, and today we're going over our favorite core exercises for hockey players. So a strong core is essential for a hockey player because it's really the foundation of all movements on the ice. Whether we're trying to generate power into a shot or kind of hold off physicality with some sort of core strength, or even staying injury-free through the entire hockey season, strong core is the foundation for all hockey players. So in this video, we're going over some of our favorite core exercises that hockey players can use either after a workout, in a workout, or even at home, because it's important to be building these foundations. Let's jump in. Alright, so before we jump in, it's important for hockey players to realize that core is really meant to be able to brace you. So instead of doing a whole bunch of crunches or sit-ups, we're actually going to use a lot of exercises that create a brace trunk position. So our first one's actually an anti-rotation exercise, and we're going to be using cables. We've seen this one a lot if we've jumped into previous content, but we're going to have a pal-off press. So the pal-off press is a complete stability exercise where I'm pressing straight out and straight back, but as I'm fighting out here, I'm fighting as much rotation as I can, and I'm just going back and forth. So we're going to perform this exercise anywhere to 12 to 15 reps and really focusing on that brace trunk position. A variance of the typical pal-off press is a split stance pal-off press, and this is a little bit more relative for hockey players. We're still in that brace trunk position, but now we're going to be in a split stance so that we can try and get out a little bit further and a little bit back and make sure that we're fighting against any sort of rotation as it's pulling us inwards. Our objective here again is to stay as braced as possible and really just press out, hold it, and then come back. And again for 12 to 15 reps. Alright, so we love planks for hockey players because it's a great anti-extension exercise where we really start to teach that brace position, but we find that it gets quickly too easy for hockey players. So instead of holding something for 2-3 minutes, which a lot of hockey players get to, we're actually going to use a resistance here to try and create a little bit more of a challenge. So in here, again, we're going to set up in a classic plank, but we're going to add either a cable or a band, and then just finding that plank position, and then as I'm reaching out, I have that squeeze back down. So again, as I'm performing my reps, I want to make sure that nothing is moving around and I have no hip sag. Is one of our favorite pieces of equipment for core because it's really something that starts to challenge that anti-extension, because as we roll out, we want to try to open up our ribs, but we're going to try and stay flexed, braced, and down for the rest of the movement. So as I'm starting out here, I'm just going to try and get out as far as I can and stay braced the whole time. So a poor example of this would be to open up. I want to make sure that my ribs are really pulled down to my hips for the entire movement. And as I'm reaching out and it gets tougher on the bottom, I'm still staying braced, and then I'm coming back up tall. So we can do this for anywhere between 10 to 12 reps and really just focus on trying to get as far out as you can while staying as braced as possible through the whole movement. Alright, so the high leg walkout is another awesome example of an anti-extension exercise. So our goal here is really to stay braced and pull those ribs down to the hips the whole time. And similar to the ab wheel, we actually have, as we are reaching out, we have that same kind of forceful open, and we have to kind of correct against that. So in this case, I'm going to start in a push-up position or a high plank, and then I'm just going to take 4 small steps and try and reach out as far as I can, and then back 1, 2, 3, 4. As I'm reaching out overhead though, I have this natural inclination to roll down. I want to make sure that I'm staying braced right from head to toe. You're going to want to perform this for around 4 reps and really stay braced for the entire movement again. Alright, the weighted dead bug is one of our favorite exercises to actually specifically load the core and ab muscles. Where it's challenging to do with a bodyweight exercise, we're actually going to use a plate here to really load up the core. In this version, we're going to be flat back. We're going to squeeze our back down to the ground, and then we have the plate straight up overhead, and we're in this position. So every single rep, we want to make sure we're forcing our back down to the ground and not opening up those ribs. This is another anti-extension exercise where we're focusing on not opening up those ribs and really staying braced for the entire core. You're going to want to perform this between 12 and 15 reps and really focus on driving that back into the ground and staying braced for the entire movement. All right, the Swiss ball is an awesome piece of equipment to just add on a layer of stability on a lot of these core exercises. So you could just do a plank here and focus on resisting against any sort of challenge, but for the most part, we actually like to do some sort of movement here. So in our first one, we're just gonna have some sort of plank position, and then we're gonna make as big a circles as possible. We're gonna go through this exercise for around 10 circles one way and then 10 circles the other way. And again, anytime we're reaching out further, we're trying to create as strong brace position as possible. The next variation would be basically the exact same thing, but instead of doing the circles, we're going to try and write our name or try and write the entire alphabet. This just creates a little bit more of a stability challenge and really focusing on staying braced. Alright, so those are some of our favorite core exercises for hockey players, and as we mentioned at the top, core is essential for hockey players because it's really the foundation for everything physical on the ice. So these are exercises that you can be doing at home, in a workout, or after a workout. We always say that you can never do too much core or grip training, and we really mean that. So if you're interested in this kind of content, or if you're looking for a hockey-specific training program, head over to relentlesshockey.com and get started today.